45 ACP for self-defense? Today we're going to show you the truth, so buckle up. Hi, welcome back to LocaCarnivore. Glad you could make it. Today we're talking about 45 ACP full metal jacket as a defensive load, as a carry load. Now the 45 ACP fanboys out there have always maintained that FMJ is just as good as anything else, and in fact, in many ways, preferable to hollow points. There's the old saying that they all fall to hardball. And statistically, if you look at Evan Marshall's work and Ed Sano and people like that that have studied this, it's not really that true. But there are certain circumstances where people feel that FMJ is a rational choice for self-defense. So how did we get into looking at this? Frankly, it comes from all of our gel testing with our Frost Giant gel test fixture, which, as you recall, if you've been keeping up with the channel, simulates a cross-torso shot on a large-statured individual who's wearing real heavy winter clothing, not the pretend clothing that the FBI calls heavy clothing, real winter clothing. And we've got a link in the description. You can go down and geek out on how that is all put together. Here's a quick picture to show you what our test fixture looks like. Basically, you've got real winter clothing on the outside of a gel block that's turned sideways. That simulates the arm block, the arm tissue, and then you've got two layers of winter clothing which simulates the inside sleeve and then the torso covering that you'd find on a person wearing winter clothing. And then of course the other gel block is turned longitudinal, lengthwise, to simulate the torso, the chest cavity. And what we're looking for generally is penetration that gives you generally what we're looking for is penetration into that torso of about 12 inches, because your average, well, not average, most torsos, most chest cavities on human beings, especially human males, even large ones, are about 22 to 24 inches wide at the armpits. So the math says you need 12 inches of penetration. And we've been testing a lot of 45 ACP hollow points over the last year or so, and we're going to put the links down in the description. You can go down and look at all the tests that we've done. The thing is, though, all of the 45 ACP hollow points that we have tested so far in this environment against this test fixture have been miserable, utter failures. They have been basically just stopped dead in their tracks by heavy winter clothing. So it begs the question, well, is there a 45 ACP load? And this is a concern to me because I carry 45 ACP from time to time. Is 45 ACP a viable load when you're dealing with that, albeit it's sort of an extreme shot, but it could happen. But that worst case scenario, that cross-torso shot against heavy winter clothing. Obviously, so far the hollow points we've tested are not the answer. So this all begs the question, well, what about full metal jacket? It is designed to penetrate after all, unlike hollow points, but will it over-penetrate? And that's a serious concern. So what we did was we set up a test, and we'll show it to you here in a minute, and we're going to give you the answer at the end of the video, so make sure you stay with us all the way through. Another thing you can do for us, of course, give us a big thumbs up, like the video, sign up, subscribe. We'd love to have you on the LocaCarnivore team. Ring that bell so you get notified of every video that we come out with. And don't forget to support us on Patreon, links in the description, or at our website, LocaCarnivore.com, links in the description. Get some merch, have fun. We'd appreciate it. All right, on to things. We tested this. We struggled mightily when we tried to test this load, which I don't really understand all why, but we did struggle quite a bit. First of all was we had to do 5 or 6 different shots on this thing, and I'm not going to bore you with showing you every single one, but the thumbnail on this is, first of all, we had terrible accuracy. I'm not the best shot in the world, but I'm not a bad shot, especially at 10 feet away. I can usually hit a gel block. If you watch all my other gel tests, I've got no problems getting the bullet into the gel block. But this particular load did not like 230 grain full metal jacket, did not get along with our test gun, which was a 5-inch government model, 1911. For whatever reason, and it just would not hit straight. Finally, we started getting some hits, and we found that, of all things, the bullets, and we'll show you some of those tests, the bullets would not go straight line through the test media. They would veer off course, and sometimes substantially. I mean, they'd fly out on the side of the blocks and do all sorts of crazy stuff. 45 ACP 230 grain Federal American Eagle FMJ. This will be attempt number 2. First one went out the side of the block. .230 grain, 45 ACP, attempt number 3. Second one hit the wood and then arced up into the gel. Got stopped by the cloth, which is interesting. All right, let's try this again. There we go. And we'll just keep rolling. Use a lot of ammo in this test. All right. Shot number 4. Straight into the wood again. Wow. All right, we're gonna have to go number 5. We're gonna have to get the range down because I just can't. Something about this ammo or something. This gun, it doesn't like it. We're just gonna get right on top of it. Make it happen. There we go. Hit low. Exited the block. Okay, well that's your answer on full metal jacket. So what do you think about carrying full metal jacket for self-defense? Good idea? Bad idea? Go down in the comments, let us know. Hey, and don't forget to share the video, would you? Thanks. Well, there you have it. You saw the gel tests, how it went through, and gross overpenetration, as you could see. None of these bullets, if they went all the way through the block, and maintain a relatively straight line, they just sail right on through. So yeah, they defeated the heavy winter clothing and certainly would have given you the 12 inches, but then they just kept going and going and going. We didn't recover any of the bullets except for a couple that hit the wood base that was under, that was at, the gel blocks were sitting on top of. And that's, what we got back was what you'd expect from full metal jacket, basically no deformation or no disturbance in the bullet structure, because it's just basically a big solid chunk of metal and it doesn't expand. It's not designed to expand unless it hits something really hard like concrete or brick wall or something like that, rocks, whatever. Then it'll deform, but until then, no. So we found out kind of what we expected, a lot of penetration, but over-penetration, severe over-penetration. So that gives us a real problem. Full metal jacket just is not a good idea if you're in a defense environment where you might have to worry about innocent people, innocent bystanders, or somebody you don't want to hit, or something you don't want to hit after you've shot your assailant. That bullet's just going to go straight through them. So it's really not a good choice for self-defense in an environment where you have other people around. Now, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, I suppose, but the other big problem with it is you're not getting any energy transfer into the target either. So it's just simply a straight caliber wound. Hopefully it goes straight. And if you get lucky and you hit a vital organ, yeah, you're going to perforate or damage that organ, but it's not going to be a substantial amount of damage. and your assailant could be up and running for quite a long time. So full metal jacket, really not your best choice, frankly. Hey, thank you for taking your valuable time to watch us here at the LocaCarnivore. We do appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Ha 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 ha!